Welcome ladies, Benjamin Selby-Hele here, your resident lifestyle and leadership coach. And it's that time of the week, we're up for a new workout. So we're going to jump straight into our 5-minute warm-up because I know time is of the essence. So I want you up on your feet and I want you jogging on the spot. Alright, we're off and racing. So remember, you can do these workouts anywhere. Unfortunately, the way that I've set up this camera, most weeks I think my head's going to be cut off for all the standing exercises. But you're going to be able to focus on the technique. So long as you can see that bottom portion of my body, you'll be able to correct your technique as you go. Now, for those of you last week that completed your power statements, this is the opportune time to recite your power statement. So as well as warming your body up physically, you're preparing yourself mentally for the workout to come. So we tick those boxes. Make sure you've got your water bottle and your towel at close proximity. You've got your music playing. And now I want you to add that other mental element where you're incanting your power statement. All right, from a jog on the spot, we're going to go to a skip. So jumping together on both feet. The beauty of this warm-up is that you don't need much space. Again, you can see the space that I'm working in. And it's extremely small in my apartment. But there's no excuses. This is the beauty of it. I can come into your household and we can train anytime, anywhere, so long as you've got a little bit of space. So even if you're on the road, so long as your head's willing and the body's able, you can get it done. No excuses. So keep bouncing up and down, up and down. And we're going to change it in a moment. All right, I want you to set yourself. And so you can see me, we're going straight into squats. So you can go a little bit faster than me. I trained my legs this morning, so they're already feeling a little bit shaky. I didn't really think this one through. So just focus on that technique. The technique's the most important thing. I want you to be technicians by the time you get through this first 21 days. Really be a stickler for that technique. And don't try and work too far ahead of yourself. And what I mean by that, all the examples that I give you will be the basic ones. I'll give you those variations. But don't try and jump from level 1 straight to level 5 in a variation of an exercise if you're not confident in your body yet. Your body takes time to adjust. Alright, from that position you can stay standing. But just so that you can see me, we're going into some arm circles. Well, I don't know about you, but my heart rate and my breathing are just ticking up a notch. So nice big movements, arms moving forward. Focus on that breathing. Keep screaming out that power statement of yours if you've committed it to memory already. Okay, reverse the arms. It's amazing how much influence over your state your power statement will have. If you can commit it to memory and really deliver it on point, it'll change the whole dynamic of your workout. You can come into a workout feeling extremely lethargic and low and super reluctant, but by the time you pump out your power statement, you'll be in a different zone entirely. All right, now for our last minute, we've got a minute of burpees. So pump them out. Remember, I'm giving you the basic variation or the simple form, just with the step up and forward. If you're worried about your core muscles or you've got lower back problems, start with the basic and then move your way up to the jump. So nice basic burpees. Up on the toes, step forward, hands come up. Bend over, hands down, step back, knees down, and push up. Up on the toes, step forward, and away you go. Now no doubt you guys are moving a lot faster than me. I'm just going nice and steadily so that those of you that aren't comfortable with the burpees can complete them as well. Okay. Those of you that are super confident, you can do the jumps back and the full push-up, like so. And time. All right. We're going to take a minute break. So grab a quick drink and a towel break if you need to. The workout today is called 2 pyramids. So we're going to be doing 2 exercises. Each exercise we're going to do 5 sets, and the sets get bigger, but then they come back down. So we're going to do a 30-second effort, then rest for 30 seconds. A 45-second effort, rest for 45 seconds. A 60-second effort, 60 seconds break, then back down. 45, 30. Just do as best as you can. Okay? There's no pressure. The only pressure that's been put on is by yourself. So the first effort, we're going to do 30 seconds of step back squats. So they look like this. We're standing tall and we're dropping the knee back, alternating the legs, just burning up those legs. If you're comfortable with that, you can do the split jumps to start off with. So that's where we add a little bit of a dynamic movement. Okay? So I want you in that standing position, and we're going to go off in 5 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Step them back. So alternating those legs each time. Watch me for cues at the start. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Like I said, my legs were burning up already. Okay, keep pushing it out. I'm going to complete this first set with you. We've got 5 more seconds. Keep that body up nice and tall, back straight, and relax. All right, we've got 30 seconds break. Nice deep breaths in between. If the jumps are too much, if you tried the jumps, just stick to the steps. Remember, we're increasing the time, our time efforts each time. So it's going to get a bit more challenging with each go. All right, in that standing position, we're going for 45 seconds this time. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Step them back or do your jumps. If you've got a pretty good degree of fitness, do those jumps first. Do the split jumps. But make sure you bend that back knee. Bending the back knee is the most important part. Your knee should just come about 2 or 3 centimeters from the ground. Keep the jumps for as long as you can, and then when you physically can't jump, drop the knee back and alternate those legs. We've got 10 more seconds. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Keep that correct form. In 3, 2, and 1, relax. All right, nice deep breaths. We've got a 45-second break. Now, your rest periods are really, really important. You don't want to have them too long because you do want to get that sensation of feeling uncomfortable. With your training, you should, whenever you're training, like particularly with weights, you want to put out about a 75% maximal effort. So that's generally speaking across the board, but that's going to peak and trough. Sometimes you're going to go really intense and then you're going to come back down through the rest periods. We've got 5 seconds. This is our big one. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So start with those split jumps if you can. Swapping from leg to leg and then going into those step backs. Whew. Those legs are going to burn up. We're pumping those legs. Keep them going. We've got another 40 seconds. Keep pushing through with those legs and really try and get the most out of them. Once we get through this set, we're dropping back down. Getting hot in here. I'm going to have to put the air conditioning on. It's a bit ridiculous in winter. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left. Focus on the form. Just try and keep up that continual movement. Really, that continual movement's what you want to strive for. We've got 10 seconds left. Keep burning up those legs. You will feel that burn, but we've got a long break after this. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. This is our 1 minute break. So now that we've gone up the pyramid, so imagine we're coming up that pyramid, the times have gone up incrementally. Now we're going to come back down. So we've got 2 more rounds. It's going to be a 45-second effort followed by a 30-second effort. Now those legs, they will be feeling that burning sensation. After last week's workouts, you probably felt a little bit of muscle soreness, which is perfectly normal. If you feel that muscle soreness, that's normal to experience. Just make sure you're stretching adequately afterwards. Even if you do a little bit of a longer stretch than the one that we go through, I highly recommend that. That's going to set you in better stead for recovery, if you've got the time. That's on the proviso you've got time. All right, in 5 seconds, we're off for 45. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So those backward lunges. Keep dropping that knee. I don't mind if the knee just taps the ground, but keep that control. Do your split jumps if you've got the power in those legs. Burn up those legs, ladies. I'm expecting big things. Big things in week 2. Workout number 2. Oh, this was a bad idea doing this much legs. For me, I shouldn't have trained my legs this morning and done the workout video straight away. Keep pushing through. We've got 5 more seconds left. Keep powering in 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, 45 seconds break. Grab yourself a quick drink. If you're feeling short of breath, that's perfectly normal. Just make sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So practice that deep breathing style of breathing every time you're looking to capture your breath back and regroup, refocus, and calm it down. So with your meditation and within your training as well, deep breathing practice. We've got 10 seconds. This is our last set, so everything into this 30-second effort. In 3, 2, and 1, off we go. Stepping it forward and stepping it back. Really push it out. For our last ditch effort. This is the last little bit on the legs, then we're moving upstairs and working on the upper body. Keep pushing through. You're going to continue to push. We've got 5 seconds left. In 3, in 2, and 1, and relax. Beautiful work. Really great. I reckon I can hear you panting. I can hear the sweat hitting the floor. All right, grab yourself a drink and a towel break. Because we've only got 35 minutes, we're going to move pretty concisely and pretty swiftly onto our next element so that you can pack in as much as you can in this period of time, but work at your own pace. If I'm moving a little bit fast through the repetitions, don't feel you have to keep up. Just, you want to push yourself, but you know your own limits best. So work to your own speed. In 30 seconds, we're going to start our next pyramid, but this time we're going to be doing our push-ups. So hands are shoulder width apart, on your knees. This is our ground level push-up technique and position, and then dropping the nose to the ground, like so. So I want you all in position, ladies. For those of you that are a bit stronger that can handle it on your toes, you can start on your toes. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. 30 seconds. Pump out as many repetitions as you can manage. Try and keep the tension on the whole time. Nose to the ground. That's your cue. If the nose isn't touching the ground, you're not doing the movement correctly. Remember, we want to be technicians. Technician's going to be your middle name. In 3, 2, and 1, relax. Okay, so for those of you that are really comfortable with doing your push-ups, you can do your push-ups from your toes, but the same principle applies. Hands directly under your shoulders, nose all the way to the ground. All right, we've got 5 more seconds and we're going into our 45-second effort. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Keep that weight forward, shoulders over the hands. Pull those tummy muscles in tight. You don't want to let the tummy muscles sag. You want to engage those core tummy muscles. Now you'll start to feel this through your chest and shoulders, and you may even feel it through the backs of the arms as well. If you're feeling it there, it's all good signs. You're doing it correctly. So keep yourself honest. Pace yourself accordingly. We're not out to break any records. You're just getting that body simply moving, getting it accustomed to the movement. In 3, 2, and relax. All right, we've got a 45-second break. I think that's a really important thing to remember, especially those of you that haven't really exercised much, that are really starting from ground zero. All we're wanting to do with these workouts is obviously do the form correctly, but just get your body accustomed to moving and experiencing that resistance. Particularly as a female, you've got to build up strong muscle integrity and bone density, and resistance training is your fast track way in doing that. So that's what we're trying to build up. We're off in 5 seconds. We've got a minute effort. In 3, 2, and 1, off we go. Push-ups. And particularly for females, the upper body strength can be left wandering a little bit. Continue that movement. I'm just going to talk while you're working. That upper body strength can go wavering. Generally speaking, males are a lot stronger up in the upper body than what females are. So it's really important for you females that you do work the upper body. And no doubt, if you've got children and stuff like that, you're probably lifting them and carrying them around everywhere. So you need some good muscle conditioning to ensure you can manage everything that gets thrown at you on a day-to-day basis. So whilst it will take a little while for your body to get accustomed to working out, 10 more seconds left, you're going to have that much more energy and strength when it comes to doing day-to-day things. You won't even realise yourself. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. So we've got a big minute break this time. A big minute break. And then we're stepping it back down. So we can see that finish line in sight. So yeah, just reiterating, if you can really start to grind this out, the initial sessions, sure, they're going to be a little bit challenging if you haven't done much exercise before, but that's just the nature of anything. We as human beings aren't necessarily overly forthcoming, and we don't necessarily embrace change. But if you can really persist through those first 3 to 6 weeks, you're going to really start to revel and appreciate the benefits that come with having that extra bit of strength and endurance and muscle density and bone density, because your day-to-day will just become that much easier. We're off in 3, 2, 1. Back on the push-ups. We've got 45 seconds. Depth every time. Nose to the ground. Really push them out as best you can. Maintain that rhythm. This is our 45-second effort. You're doing really well, ladies. If you're following my cues, you're doing all that's asked of you, and I dare say you're starting to build up a bit of a decent sweat as well, because I know I am, and I'm only sort of demonstrating, so I can only imagine what you guys are going through. We've got 5 seconds left. In 3, in 2, and 1, relax. So we've got a nice long 45-second break before we embark on our last 30-second effort with our push-ups. Now by this stage, the chest and the shoulders and the triceps, they should all be burning up just a little bit. If they're burning up quite a bit, it means you're doing a really good job. But utilising your body weight, you can virtually train every part of your body. I mean, there is really no excuse for why you couldn't train. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to, get fancy weights or machinery or anything like that. All you need is that preparedness to want to do something and change. We've got 3 seconds. In 2 and 1, off we go. Last 30 seconds. Put everything into it. If you're really struggling, move those knees forward a little bit further and take the weight off the arms. Take the weight off the arms just a touch. Keep pushing through. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1, and time. All right, we're going to take a 1.5-minute break. Now, for those of you that want to do a little bit of an extra workout, you're going to do another pyramid now. So you can pause the video if you do want to continue with the stretch. And I've got a little bit of an additional workout that we're going to do for a couple of minutes before we stretch and meditate. But for those of you that want to do have got an extra 10 minutes up their sleeve, you're going to do another pyramid, the same structure, the 30, 45, 60, 45, 30, but with burpees. So complete burpees with the push-up. That's really going to make you hurt, and that's going to combine the whole body. So if you've got the time, I really strongly urge you to push through and do that third pyramid, because you'll get some great benefits out of it for doing that little bit extra. All right, for those of us that have only got the 35 minutes to deal with, we're going to finish off with a couple of little plank exercises. So we're going to work the core muscles. So this is the plank position. So elbows down, feet out straight, and you want to keep your bum down. So you're trying to pull in through your tummy muscles as much as you can. And all we're going to do is hold a 45-second plank. So I want you to get in position, and we're going to head off. We're going to jump into it in 5 seconds. So on your elbows, out on your toes, and off we go. Hold that position. Now, if your lower back's really struggling with this, you can do it from your knees. That's perfectly fine. And then gradually progress. So if you want to do 5 seconds on your toes, followed by 5 seconds on your knees, that's a really great way to start to build up more endurance. But from the very start, if you can just hold it on your toes for as long as you can before dropping to your knees. Now, the thing you want to steer clear of is letting those hips drop. I'd much rather see you lift your bum up momentarily than drop the hips. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to take a minute break. So as I was stating, with those planks, really important that you don't let your hips drop. If you're a bit weak through your core muscles and you don't have much tummy and you don't have many tummy muscles, make a concerted effort to keep those hips up, and if you need to, stick your bum up a little bit higher. I'd much rather see your bum stick up than let your hips sag and drop, because you'll do damage to your lower back. So ensure you're sticking your bum up a little bit, but then every so often level back out so that you're as straight and as flat as a plank. All right. We've got 10 seconds and we're going to do another 45-second effort. This is our last plank. This is our last bit of work before we get into our stretch. So let's make it awesome. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. We're holding that plank position nice and strong. Think strong thoughts. If you need to, start reciting your power statement again. Keep strong through the entirety of the body. Keep the body flat. Pull the tummy muscles in really tight. If you need to, drop to the knees momentarily. Or if you want to stay up off your knees, stick your bum up. for a little bit of time and then flatten back out. It is normal to feel this in your shoulders as well. That's perfectly normal. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome job. Awesome job, ladies. Big round of applause for yourselves. It was fantastic. Now, whilst I can't see you, I know the effort would certainly have been there if you followed that video through the whole way. So now we're going to get into our stretching to bring down our heart rate, and then we'll go into our meditation to clear our mind, ready for the day or to round out the day. So standing tall, feet apart, interlock the fingers as we did last week, and then lean forward. So this stretch sequence, like the warm-up and the meditation sequence, it's always the same. At about the 12-week mark, I'll change up the stretches, but I just want you to get accustomed with these stretches to start off with and getting used to holding them for the 1 minute period. So with each breath out, you want to try and stretch a little bit further. So if you can tune your stretching in with your breathing, you're going to get even more benefits out of it. So when you breathe out, try and drop the hands further and push your chest further towards your legs. And then as you breathe in, you can shorten and lift up slightly. So letting the arms come down by the side, put your hands on the ground, dropping down onto your knees, sink onto your legs, and then drop the head into our child's pose. We did this last week. Now I want your forehead touching the ground. I'm going to keep mine up so I can continue to talk you through the cues. But keeping the head touching the ground, just walk those fingers forward. Grip them into the ground like I'm doing. And really try and stretch out through the lats down here. That's where you should be feeling it. Now it takes a little bit of flexibility to be able to sit right back on your feet still. So if you can't, don't beat yourself up. That's perfectly fine. Just sink back as far as you can manage. All right. So lying on our backs. Now it's time for our back stretch. So one leg out, lift the right leg up, and cross over the body. So keep that free arm out perfectly straight. So it should be in line, and continue that line across your shoulder line. And then pulling down on that leg, using the hand that's on the knee. Really pull down and stretch, whilst maintaining a nice straight leg with that free leg that's out straight. It's a really great stretch for the lower back. Alright, we're nearly there. Okay, release the leg. Then we're going to swap over to the other side. So that free arm out flat, out straight, in line with the shoulders. The hand that's on the knee, that's on the crossed over leg, you want to pull that down, remember. Pull it down slightly, but don't let that foot touch the ground. It's really important to keep it off the ground. So you want to fight those forces. You've got one force going across your body, going with that leg that's across, and then the other force is going the other way with that free arm that's keeping your shoulder blades affixed on the ground and the upper part of your body flat on the ground. Right. Okay, bringing the knees to the chest. This is that last little movement. The nice big circles. Knees to your chest. breathing nice and deeply, really calming the breathing down. Now that you've finished the hard part of the workout, this is the opportunity to really unwind. Swap directions. That's it. Nice big circles. Smothering the whole back on the ground in the end. Big circles. Okay. You can just roll up slowly into that seated position, or whatever's comfortable. If you want to lie down flat, that's perfectly fine, but find a position that's comfortable for you and just relax and close your eyes. So we're focusing on the breathing. Now, if you're doing this workout at the start of your day or at the end of the day, it's the prime opportunity to clear your mind of all the clutter and generate that clarity and draw yourself back into the present. So focus on your breathing. Don't focus on anything else outside of your breathing right here and right now. Nothing's happening but you breathing in the space that you're in. You can place your hands, one hand on your stomach if it helps, but feel the rise and fall of your stomach with each breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Breathe in as deeply as possible. Just check in with each part of the body and make sure the muscles are turned off. Let the muscles in the face relax, through the shoulders, through your arms and through your chest and back. All the way down the legs, working down from your thighs, through your knees and your shins, down to the very tips of your toes. Allow yourself to completely disengage and sit so still that you can barely feel any part of your body. It just remains motionless. And all you're focusing on is your breathing right here and right now. Breathing in deeply through the nose and breathing out completely, emptying those lungs, breathing out through the mouth. Make sure you instigate those split-second holds on your breath. At the very top of your breath in, and then at the very bottom of your breathing out. Clear your mind and focus solely on your breathing. Bring everything back to here and now. Feel everything begin to slow down considerably. Just focusing on your breathing. The time's slowing down. The more you make notice of it, the more it will begin to slow down. So carried away sometimes in our day-to-day life that we forget to stop and just breathe. Now's your moment. Slowly opening your eyes, that draws us to a close to today's workout. Ladies, have an awesome day. Continue to smash it out. You can utilize this workout all this week, or you can use a combination of the workouts you've already acquired and keep up that variety. But just remain focused on your process. It's your process and no one else. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. And we'll see you in tomorrow's episode.